Okay, so yesterday we discussed about compression tools and differentiate, file differentiate commands, right? We'll see today. Also, we have another one more archive tool. So we can create without compression archives with compression archives. So very important tool while taking backups in real time. TAR, no don't TAR, tape archive. TAR stands for tape archive. Hmm. Tape archive. Okay, so TAR is used to store many different files or directories. TAR is used to store many different files or directories together into a single archive file. Together into a single archive file. Full stop. So this makes it easy to perform backups. This makes it easy to perform backups and restores of files and directories in Linux and restores of files and directories in Linux. Okay, so next note down. TAR supports various compression formats. TAR supports various compression formats like gzip, bzip2, like formats like gzip, gzip. Yesterday we discussed, right? gzip, bzip2, and xzip. Okay. Syntax. TAR option TAR archive name dot TAR, then files or directories. Okay. When you specify like this, whatever the files and directories you specified here, files will be added to this archive file. Okay. Then so after creating this, we can easily move from this source to destination. So when you copy files from source to destination, so if that folder, directory contains 1000 files or 100 some x number of files. So when you move that file from source to destination, it takes time to copy, because individually file by file will be copied. It utilizes more bandwidth also. Okay, once you created as a one single archive file, the group of files together as, okay, it takes less time to copy and utilizes less bandwidth also. Okay, so after copying this to destination, we can extract. So here we have various options. Okay, note down first options. -C, create an archive. Archive. -X, extract an archive. Extract an archive. -V, shows the progress of archive file. Verbose. Archive file. That means what it is being done. So while creating and extracting, we can see that progress. And -f, file name of archive file. File name of archive. -t, to view the content of existing archive file. Viewing archive file. Okay. So next, -j, compress archive with pzip2 compression. Compress archive with bzip2 compression. -z, compress archive with gzip compression. -J. This is small j. This is capital J. Compress archive with xz compression. Xz compression. -or, append or update files or directories to existing archive. Update or append files or directories to existing existing archive. Capital W. So verify an archive file. Verify capital W. Verify. Okay. So apart from this, we have a few more options. We'll see that with syntaxes. Right. So basically, in real time, so we have to deploy some application into somewhere. So every day we have to take some backups, right? See, if you want to take that project directory, so everyday backups. So instead of copying individual files, first we have to create a one archive. So once you create an archive file, so it won't remove any source files. It creates a one backup archive file with the file names and directories with the same content. Okay. See. So here we have a few files, right? If you want to add these all files into one archive, just add tar -c. What is -c? Create v verbose. It shows that progress. So when you run this command, files will be added into the archive file, right? That process it shows. F means name of the archive. So without -f option, we can't specify the archive file name here. So we need to specify -f, then archive file name. Now specify archive file name. Test example. dot tar. Extension is tar, we have to specify. Even though not specified tar, it creates archive file, but we can't identify, right, what type of archive it is. So for that we have to specify. Then which files you want to be add, the file names or a specific directory or all files. If you specified asterisk, it will add all files under current working directory to archive. Added, right? See, now we have test.tar archive file. See, once you created an archive file without any compression formats, source file size and your archive file size both are same. Okay, so here we have a various compression formats, right? bzip, gzip and xzip we can use to reduce the file size, archive file size. Okay, right, now move this. So if you want to move this, we can move. If you want to copy, we can copy to somewhere for future reference. If something went wrong at source, we can restore from the files. This, right? Move this to /var www.html. Okay, then change directory to there. Okay, see, successfully moved, right? tar.test.tar. Now extract here. If you want to extract, tar -x is the option to extract. We can see that progress with archive file name. Test.tar. Right. Once you run, all files will be extracted to current working directory. What is current working directory here? HTML. HTML is the current working directory. Extracted all files. Still we have archive also. It won't remove. So we have an option. So if you want to remove after extracting, we can remove that source file, or after creating archive, we can remove source files also. But by default, it won't remove. It keeps original files. Right. So like we can extract, we can move somewhere. So we can change directly to that location. Then we can extract. So if you want to extract archive file at specified location from here, archive file is here. If you want to extract the same files into a specified location, instead of moving file to there and changing directly to there and then executing tar-x something, instead of that, directly we can extract at specified location. So for that, we have a capital C option. Capital C. Extract files at specified location. Extract archive file at specified location. Specified location. See, example, now make one directory under opt. So we have backup also, right? Okay. One directory contains test. Let me check. So nothing it contains. Test directory, it contains nothing. Just we created. Now here under HTML we have a archive file tab. Okay. Now I want to extract this file into /opt backup test. Tar -xvs test.tar space capital C opt backup and test. Okay, instead of extracting files into current working directory, we can extract files into a specified location. See, it contains now the same thing, right? Okay, so next compression formats. See how to create a compressed archive, tape archive. So here we have gzip, bzip2 and xzip. Same thing. So while creating archive, just specify -c z. If you specify z, yeah, gzip compression. File will be compressed with gzip compression. And archive name test1.tar.gz. We have to specify test1.tar.gz. Then only we can understand. Okay. So what type of compression we use it. And files. And you can specify a specific file name. Okay. Only one file is added into that compressed archive. Test1.tar.gz. Right, like individual files or directories or a specific thing we can add, right? Like bzip2 small j. For that, here we have to specify bz2 for exit compression capital J tar.xz.
So when we use digit and these compressions, all the files will be moved to the
So individually we can compress there. So by default it removes original and creates archive.
file will not be there.
No, yes.
And here in
Zip it keeps original files, and it creates a new compressed file. Right, like we can use for to extract this kind of compression tape archives, just simply use X, that's it. So no need to specify Z, J and capital J options. Directly we can extract the same thing. We can extract somewhere also. So location -C. So if you want to extract the same thing, tar-xvf test1.tar.xz example. So if you want to extract this to other location OPT, we can extract. Instead of OPT, we can use any path, output file paths where you want to extract. Right. Here we have files, right? If you want to read whatever the files under this compressed archives or a archive, tape archive, instead of extracting, so directly we can read whatever the content inside. Content in the sense file names, directory names we can see. So for that we have an option twrite -t test.tar. So what are the files and directories under test.tar? Yeah, yes, exactly. Even though compressed archives also, we can see that. So even though if you used it the compression formats like bzip, xzip, we can read those compressed tape archive files. So whatever the content inside. Okay. If you want to extract a specific file from that, we can extract all files. So instead of extracting whatever the files you want to extract, we can extract. So for that, we have to specify the syntax like this. Which file you want to be extract? The file name. For example, if it contains file1, I want to extract only file1 from that, not all files. Just specify the file name. Only that file will be extracted from the input archive file. Okay. So let me create new tab.txt. Now we have two files here. Just add these two files into one archive. Then we'll see how to extract individual files. tar -xvf, sorry, cvf new dot tar. What is that file name? New tar dot txt or txt. These two files now added into that. Just read that file -tf, then now it contains two files, right? It contains two files or not? Yes, right. Now extract new.tar from that. Not all files, only I have to extract new.tar. tar -xvf new.tar, archive name, then file name. Which file you want to remove? New tar.txt, this file. Sorry. So if you want to extract at specified location, after this we have to specify. After specifying the path, then we have to specify that. New tar.txt. Let me check the file under OPT. Extracted? Only the single file is extracted. Like directory names, anything we can extract from existing archive, individual files. Just specifying. Okay. So next, so note down. So delete files from existing archive. Delete files from existing archive. Right. So there is an existing archive. It contains some files. If you want to delete one file from that, okay, directly we can delete tar -f tape archive name. Example, we have test.tar, right? Test.tar. Then -delete delete space file name or directory name, which file you want to be removed from this existing, that file name. For example, file1. Okay, so before going to delete that, just read that existing one. Tested. Just okay. So delete this one. Apple. It contains, right? Test.tar. It contains Apple, Blue. Some files are there. Now I'm going to delete Apple. -delete Apple. Now read again. Is there any Apple file? No, only apple.gz is there. Okay, so delete this one, Blue. So instead of Apple, just specify Blue. We can specify multiple file names also. Blue. We have a blue.xz, right? Blue.xz. Just run. Multiple files also at a time we can remove. Two files are removed, right? Blue and blue.xz. Like we can delete. We can extract a specific file. We can delete a specified files under existing archive. So next, add more files to existing archive. So how to add? So we have an option -r, right? We have a -r option. Append or update. Add more files to existing tape archive file. tar hyphen or F. If you want to see that progress, you can use V also. Then existing archive name, and which files you want to be add. Which files you want to be add. So we have a new tar.txt, right? Yes, new tar1.txt, these two files successfully added. Just read. Added or no? Like we can update also. So there is there any existing file at compressed, archive? Okay, so we have a at source with same name. The file is updated with new functions. Okay, you want to update the same content into the existing archive file. We can update without extracting that file. The same thing. Just specify that modified file name here. Content will be updated into existing file under archive. If the file does not exist, automatically file will be added to tape archive. Right. Next, remove files after creating archive file. Remove files after creating archive. How to remove? Remove, right? Source files after creating. Deleting in the sense existing archive. Individual files we can delete from existing archive. After creating archive file, if you want to remove source files, original files, we can. Okay, before that we removed individual files from existing archive. Now after creating a archive, if you want to remove source files, we can. So for that we have an option like tar-cps, then specify example test1.tar asterisk, then specify hyphen remove files. Instead of asterisk, you can specify individual file names or directory names. Here I am going to create, this one. So I go to execute like this. Just specify apple.gz. Here I am going to add these two files into test1.tar archive, and after creating archive, okay, files need to be removed. So for that here specified hyphen remove files. So now run ls. Is there any apple.exec here? No. Successfully files added into this, and after that successfully removed from my current working directory. Yeah, at a time. Okay, source files. That means original files. If you want to delete, we can delete.
If you want to add those two files, we have more files to existing.
Yeah, there also we can specify. So if you want to add files into existing archive, there also you can use hyphen remove. After adding the files into existing archive, source files will be removed.
Apple and GZ is removed. To add what in the
See, okay. See these two files. I didn't get you.
Now you have removed these two Apple and Apple GZ, right?
Yes.
Again, if you want to get back, on the same file name, again, the list of.
Yeah, we can extract. Only individual files we can extract. So like C hyphen xvs, then test1.tar apple.gz. We can extract if you want. Now extracted only these two files. We can remove after creating an archive. So whenever we request, we can extract a specific files or a directory. R RVF or in what append, add, extracting and creating. See, when you create a archive file with tar-cvf some test.tar, if you specified file names like Apple, what will happen? It keeps original files. It keeps original files. If you don't want to keep original files, then use remove files. This one. So this is thing. See, so we have an existing archive like test.tar. It contains some files. Again, we created some files at our source. If you want to add the newly created files into existing archive like test.tar, so for that tar-or append or update, then test.tar new files, which files you want to be add to the existing, just specify orange something blue, these two files will be added.
So in case request for the hyphen RPF for the Apple.
Which one? Here.
Remove the again
Here. See, it will work for existing archive. If you have any existing archive file, then only it will append. If there is no file, existing archive file, it won't append. It shows like no such file or directory. No such file or directory. Right? See, delete in the sense removing files from existing archive. So we have a hyphen delete, right? Hyphen remove, it removes original files after creating archive. Whatever the files you added into this archive, those files will be removed if you specify like this. If not specified, it keeps original files. So after creating an archive, we can append by using -r option. If you want to delete any files from existing archive, okay. See, for that we have a hyphen delete, right? Just specify archive name test.tar. Then what is it? Hyphen delete. Then file name, which file you want to be removed. Now Apple file will be removed from test.tar. That is depends on the requirement. Okay. So there is some junk stuff under existing archive. You don't want those kind of files. We can remove in order to reduce the disk usage, right? Okay. So next, compress everything. Okay. So next, exclude while creating archive some files. So if you have a directory, it contains different file formats like .doc, PDFs, MP3s, like .conf. And there are different types of file types we have. So if you want to exclude some formats, if you want to include some formats, we have options like -exclude, -include. So then you have to specify the file names, which files you want to be exclude. Note down, exclude files by pattern. Note down heading, exclude files by pattern while creating tape archive. Exclude files by pattern while creating tape archive, right? Yes. See, tar -cvf, the same thing. Create verbose, name of the archive. Example, apple.tar. Just I am specified archive name. Then which files you want to be add. See here, before going to specify that file names, -exclude. Sorry. Exclude -exclude equals to asterisk dot pdf. For example, you specify like this. What it means? File name is anything, but it should be a .pdf. Exclude these files. Remaining files will be added into apple.tar. Okay, it won't add .pdf files into archive files. Then specify a directory name. It won't add. Okay, if you specify asterisk, so whatever the files under current working directory, files will be added except .pdfs. Except .pdfs. If you specify a directory name like backup or anything, so whatever the files under backup, files will be added into apple.tar, excluding .pdfs. Is there any PDFs? Will exclude. Yeah, source directory. Which files you want to be added? Okay.
The PDF file will not be added.
Added.
Backup file.
Only backup and whatever the files under. The remaining formats will be added into that. Right? Okay. So next, note down. Keep newer files. Newer files. By using keep newer files, we can prevent, by using keep newer files, we can prevent overwriting. We can prevent overwriting newer files with older files from archive. We can prevent overwriting newer files with older files from archive. See, you created backups somewhere, something went wrong at source. Okay, some files got removed accidentally. Now we have a backup, right? Already we created one archive stored somewhere. So from that we want to extract those files. Okay, so we can at source there is an updated files. That means newer than the destination. So we have a backup. So backup there is an updated files at destination. Sorry, source. See, when you extract files from that backup tape archive, so it overwrites. So whatever the files under source, okay, it overwrites with old content. So instead of overwriting the newer files than the backup tape archive, okay, so we can skip that. Is there any files? Example like test.tar we have, it contains apple one some files. Okay, example like some X number of files are there. You created archive stored somewhere like opt under backup. So after few days some files got removed at your source. So for example, apple one removed accidentally and some files along with that. Now we have an apple also, right, at source. Okay, see, after creating this, again updated some stuff into this and again created some files into source, right? Once you restored this previously created tape archive to source, what will happen? It overwrites whatever the old files under this tape archive into source. So if it restores, like, what will happen? Whatever the new data it contains apple completely wiped out. Okay, so for instead of that we can skip. Is there any newer files than the tape archive files? Okay, it will skip that. The remaining files will be extracted to your source. So just write tar -xvf, extracting. While extracting we have to use this keep newer files. Just archive name that tar, just then keep hyphen newer hyphen files. So we can extract a specific file also, multiple files also. So here before keep hyphen keep hyphen newer hyphen files, we can specify. Okay, so these are all the options which we have with tape archive. Okay, so have any questions up to here? No. Okay, so this is how to compress files and to create archives. Right, now we'll see wildcard characters, wildcards and regular expressions. Regular expressions. So up to here we created files, we moved, renamed, deleted, copied, okay, so modified, compressed, differentiated, sorted, okay, counted number of bytes, lines, everything, right? Now we'll see some wildcard characters. So with the help of wildcard characters, so we can copy multiple files from source to destination. So we can remove multiple files. Okay, we can filter. So based on that, okay, requirement. So note down wildcards. Wildcards or special symbols. Wildcards or special symbols which represents one or more characters. Friends, or both characters. Yeah, one or more characters. So that is depends on a special symbol. Okay, here we have wildcards like asterisk, question mark, square brackets, curly braces, escape character, and note down this also logical not. Logical not. See, first we'll see asterisk. Note down asterisk. It specifies. It specifies any number of characters. It specifies any number of characters. Any number of characters. That means so either uppercase or lowercase. So here means A to Z, capital A to Z, and 0 to 9. Anything it specifies. Okay. So next question mark. Question mark specifies a single character. Any single character. It specifies any single character. Say single character in the sense lowercase A to Z alphabet or uppercase alphabet or 0 to 9. Any one character it specifies. Right. We'll see now small example. So we know that we use asterisk in CP now with tar also, right? So it represents any characters. Any character if you specified CP while copying files like at source asterisk, then destination like backup. What it means? It specifies anything in the sense any file under current working directory, any file name is anything. Okay, so if you specify like a asterisk then dot txt is specified like this, file name should be starts with a, so end with txt, that means it should be a text file dot txt. Only those files will be copied from source to destination. Like we can use this special character with rm command also, any other commands while working with commands, so we can use this wildcard characters as per requirement. Not only copy, we can use it with any command. Okay, like a small example, and we have a question mark, right? So if you want to copy only 3 characters length files from source to destination, or if you want to remove something, for that cp-rv you specified 3 characters, then opt as backup.
How many characters you want to add?
Three characters.
If
See,
you're adding 4 means 4 question marks.
yeah, 4 characters length file, 4 question marks. Each question mark represents one single character. The character between A to Z, 0 to 9, any one character. So here also A to Z, 0 to 9, A to Z, 0 to 9, A to Z, 0 to 9, any one character, it should be matched. Okay?
The above line
Yeah.
is A star is
Yes.
that means A to Z, right?
Leave it here.
No, file name must be starts with A, so end with anything, n number of characters. Length should be anything, might be 2 characters length file or 3 characters, 4 characters. File name is n number of characters, but it should be a .txt also. Starts with A and end with .txt. So between this n number of characters, 1 character or 2 characters or 3 characters length. Okay. So example like a.txt or abc.txt, it specifies like that. Okay, right. Now here we specified question marks, 4 question marks. What it means? So copy command is trying to copy only 4 characters length file names from source to destination, whether it is regular files or directory files, any type of file, only 4 characters length. Okay, so not 2 characters length files, 1 character, 3 also, 5 will skip. So if you have a file apple, how many characters it contains? 5 characters. It will skip, it won't copy. Is there any file name like appl? Only this file will be copied. Okay, 4 characters length, like
Because we selected 4 characters only.
yeah,
One 4.
yeah, file name is anything, but it should be a 4 characters length file name, right? See, if you specify like a question mark, like yeah, file name, whatever the file name starts with a and so end with, I mean, at least 3 characters length files, 3 characters length, but it must be starts with a, the file names.
If we select -rh,
Yep.
A question mark, right? If you select P question mark, B.
A P question mark only I will copy. The file name starts with P. Yeah, any character, right? A to Z, starting with P, so end with any character. These 2.
As per this example,
As per this example,
PBL, nothing will copy.
nothing will copy. These 2. If you have these 2 files, if there is no file starts with P name, it won't copy anything. Pardon? If you specify like this, we can specify what it means. 3rd character and okay, sorry. Like we can specify asterisk. So after that, we can use like this also, dot p dot question marks also. Any combination, so depends on. So which files you want to copy, so how many characters length. See, if you have a directory, it contains hundreds of files. You want to copy only, you want to see whatever the files under 3 characters length. Okay, we can filter out. So we have a ls command, right? When you use ls, what it shows, it lists directory content. If the directory contains hundreds of files, I mean thousands of files, okay, so if you want to list out, I mean figure out all 3 characters length files or .pdfs or .txts, file name is anything, we can use these special characters. See, asterisk ls-l asterisk .pdf. If you specify like this, ls command will list all PDFs information under current working directory. Or if you specify like this, 3 question marks, it will list out all 3 characters length file names. Whatever the files under current working directory with 3 characters length, all files will be listed. Yeah, then yeah, between any number of characters, but file name should be start with P and with C. Extension is anything, 3 characters extension, like pdf.txt, like, okay. Dot, yeah, extension we specified. We specified extension, right? Dot.
Adding with and ending with T, in between should be only
one or number lines in between P and T. Not
Yeah, this one is starting character, this one is ending character. Between this, n number of characters. Yeah, depends on your requirement. You can use. Here I'm saying we can use like this. We can copy some files with specified pattern. We can remove. We can move. Yeah, 1 second. I didn't get you. Can come again? Please stop.
restart the dot. Then dot తర్వాత any file format.
See, yes, any file format.
ఇప్పుడు ఆ restart starting and ending it.
Yes, start.
Specific characters చూపిస్తారు. Words.
Which words?
Restart అంటే POD సార్.
Only yes, it will copy. Example, PAT dot might be PDF, PAT dot TXT. Extension is anything. Last 3 characters.
Before the extension.
Before extension.
Only 3 characters. Any number of characters.
N number of. Not anything. No, n number of. Asterisk represents n number of characters, right? Not single character. If you want, you can choose this one. If you specify this, it means it represents n number of characters. No, we have to use this special characters. Yes, if you specify like this, it specifies n number of characters between A to Z and 0 to 9. File name is anything. Okay, so if you specify like this, it restricted to single character. Now it represents 3 characters after this.
B star T dot 3 question marks.
Yes.
So మనకు 4 PO వారం రావాలి. So rather, sorry, ఒక 3 words రావాలి.
Yeah, there is we have another wildcard, right? We have square brackets. We'll see that. Right. See, these are all the examples how to use asterisk and question mark. So as per requirement. See, now we have another wildcard character, square brackets. It specifies range. It specifies range. It specifies range. So range in the sense, range between A to Z and 0 to 9, both uppercase and lowercase. Right. If you want to copy a file with starts with P, okay, the character, the second character should be like A S T, then asterisk. File name should be starts with P. The second character might be A or S or T. not 3 characters. Anything. File length is anything. But yeah, yes. Only 3 characters should be matched at second position. So in the file name, second character. So those files will be copied. Okay. If you specify like this, question mark, yes. So second character should be S A or S or T should be matched. Okay. Next 3 characters, it takes anything, n number of characters, any character. Next 3 characters, yeah, total 5 characters file. So instead of this, we can use like hyphen also, A to S. If you specify like this, what it means? Yeah, yes, the A to S should be matched, any one character. Okay, is there any character matched with that name? PA or PB, like something. Okay, file will be copied or file will be removed if you use with RM command. When you use with ls command, it shows list of files with that names. Okay, we'll see that practically. So next, note down square brackets or curly brackets, curly braces. This one, curly brackets, curly braces. Okay, so note down, in curly braces, terms are separated by commas. Note down, in curly braces, terms are separated by commas, and each term must be the name of something or a wildcard, and each term must be the name of something or a wildcard. Full stop. So this wildcard, note down, this wildcard copy anything. This wildcard copy anything that matches. Copy anything that matches either wildcards or exact names. Either wildcards or exact names. Okay. See, if you want to copy multiple pattern files like .pdfs, .docs, .txt, different pattern, file name is anything. So the between the curly braces, we can specify the terms with commas with a name or a wildcard. We can represent. Okay, CP example hyphen RV. We can specify asterisk .pdf. .txt example. Then destination opt/backup something. What it means? Only .pdf, .doc, and .txt files will be copied from source to destination. You can use a combination of question mark, asterisk, square brackets in between this also. Okay. So next, now don't logical not. Logical not, this one. Not. It is similar to square bracket. It is similar to this construct. I mean square bracket, right? Construct, comma, except rather than matching any characters. except rather than matching any characters inside the brackets comma, so it will match any character, it will match any character it is not listed between the square brackets, it is not listed between the square brackets. What it means, so if you specified with this construct logical node, if you specified a b c something except abc, okay, so remaining characters will be matched and file names will be copied, okay, except. Okay, next we have escape character. So note down, sorry, not forward, back, escape, backslash, also known as backslash. See, backslash is used as an escape character. Okay, so it is using this escape character we can protect subsequent special characters. Using escape characters we can protect subsequent special characters. Subsequent special characters, and I mean the sense, so shell treats, there is a special meaning for question mark, this one backslash and pipe, like there are some examples. We have a special character, special meaning at shell environment. See, when you want to write some two conditions, for example, while copying files or while comparing or while writing some script for specific condition like logical or in the sense condition 1 or condition 2, either condition 1 must be true or condition must be true. See, so those kind of situations, so we have an operator like logical or, right, but what it specifies by default shell as a pipe, what it does, it combines one command with another command, but what we expected, conditions, either first condition must be true or second condition, then whatever the syntax we have specified, that syntax need to be executed. But you specified like this without escape character, your shell treats this symbol as a pipe by default, but we specified this symbol as a logical or operator, but we didn't get any result as a logical or operator. For that we have to use escape character as a preceding one. Once you specified a preceding character escape, so it protects this one as, okay, once it protects, shell treats now this as a logical or operator. Logical or, yeah, there are certain conditions. A small example, like, so when you specify, if you want to print escape character or backslash somewhere instead of spaces, so we have a text file, so it contains multiple tab spaces, so additional tab spaces you want to print this backslash. When you specify this, it treats like a some special meaning. So if you want to print, when you use this, then we can replace instead of spaces with escape character, this one, like question mark also. Basically, if you want to print a question mark at specified spaces or a specified location in a text file or somewhere in the script file, by default shell treats what, question mark, as a single character. So wildcard character, what it represents, single character, but we are not expecting that, okay, we have to print that. So for that have to use that escape character with question mark, then it will be printed. Right, now we'll see regular expressions. So we have a wildcard characters, asterisk, question mark, curly braces, square brackets and logical not, and then escape character. Backslash. Oh, okay. I'll show you that. Fine. I'll tell you that. Okay. See, these wildcard characters are used with commands. When working with commands, we can use this. With the help of this, we can filter some text. Files. We can copy. We can move. We can delete. We can do anything. Now we have a regular expressions also. Like, we'll see one by one how to use these special characters with commands and okay when working with. Yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll show you with examples. Okay. Right. Now down, regular expressions are used to search and manipulate the text. Regular expressions are used to search and manipulate the text based on the pattern. Regular expressions are used to search and manipulate the text based on the pattern. Regular expressions are used with text filtering commands like regular expressions are used with text filtering commands like grep filtering, text filtering, grep, sed, set, find, and etc. Beyond awk also awk, etc. Okay, fine. Dot. So it specifies match anything. It specifies match anything. Anything means any string. So equivalent to asterisk in wildcards. Sorry. A single character. This one. Dot specifies single character. Not match anything. Yeah, equals to question mark. Equivalent to question mark in wildcards. Sorry. Yeah. Dot specifies single character. So equivalent to question mark in wildcards. Right. Dot asterisk. Dot and asterisk. It specifies anything. Match anything. It specifies anything. So same as asterisk in wildcards. Asterisk. Dot specifies single character. Dot asterisk specifies any character in anything. So now asterisk. The preceding element, it specifies the preceding element is to be matched 0 or more times. Asterisk specifies in regular expressions. The preceding element is to be matched. The preceding element is to be matched 0 or more times. 0 or more times in the sense, if you specified a asterisk in regular expressions while working with text files to filter something. Okay, see what it means. It specifies AAA or A. What is the preceding character here? A. Okay, so preceding element is to be matched 0 or more times. 0 or more times, like it specifies. So next, we have a caret or upper arrow. It represents beginning of the line. It represents the beginning of the line. Beginning of the line. Example, example, like, see what it means. The line starts with A. Okay, so when you use this with grep, we have a grep command. We can filter text. Basically, if you specified with like, what it prints only the line starts with A. The line starts with A, and we have dollar. It represents end of the line. Dollar, it represents end of the line. Example, $T, for example. What it means? The lines end with T. It match for end with T. We can find out the lines end with T character. So anything, or specific word also. So if you want to find out the lines end with Linux word. Okay, so like with A also, we can find out the line starts with Linux or any other special word or a pattern or a character. Okay, so next, square brackets. It specifies range. Backslash, that means escape character. Then logical OR. Okay, so using this, logical or. Okay, note down. Using this logical or operator, we can search for something or something else. We can search for something or something else. Okay, we have to use backslash or escape character before this command to work. We have to use backslash or escape character before this command to work, because the shell may treat or attempt to interpret this as a pipe. So next, logical OR operator. logical or in regular expressions.
Logical
Or equivalent to this construct in wildcards. So sorry. Oh yes, logical one. I'm sorry. Logical not equivalent to this in wildcards. Okay. There are some special string regular expressions we have. Okay. So using those also we can find out, we can convert lowercase to uppercase, like, so note down those also. Upper, the special string regular expressions. So it specifies uppercase alphabets. Right. So lower specifies lowercase alphabets. So which is equivalent to like this one, which is equivalent to like this one. So alpha, it specifies both uppercase and lowercase alphabets. A to Z, which is equivalent to, okay. Digit, it specifies numbers, numerics 0 to 9. All num, both uppercase and lowercase alphabets as well as numerics. All num, alphabets plus digits. Space, white spaces. It specifies white spaces. That means tab spaces, new line. Specifies white spaces. Next, graphical. Graph, just note down graph. Graphically printable characters. Graphically printable characters excluding space. Excluding space. Printable characters including space. CNTRL control. CNTRL control characters. That means non-printable characters. Printable characters. Example, new line, non-printable character. See, we can represent tab spaces like, right? If you specify T, what it means? Shell treats as a text, character. If specified like this with escape character, it treats as a tab space. If you specify like this, what it means? New line. Okay, so without escape character, it treats as a character, alphabet. You specified with this, then shell treats this one as a tab space and this one as a new line. Like we can protect. Okay, so next we have another one, X digit. X digit. small x, hexadecimal digits. It specifies hexadecimal digits. So 0 to 9, I mean A to F, right? Hexadecimal values. 0 to 9, I mean 1 to hexadecimals. Okay. So these are all special string regular expressions. Okay. So we can use this whenever we have a requirement to write scripts or to filter something from configuration files or from text files or from logs. Okay. First we'll see translate command with some examples. So how to use these regular expressions and wildcards with commands and text filtering commands. TR. We'll see one by one. So how to use this. Note down translate TR. TR is used to translate, delete or squeeze characters. TR stands for translate. So use it to translate, delete or squeeze characters. Squeeze characters. Syntax TR options set 1 set 2, then input redirection file name, the syntax command name options set 1 characters, set 2 characters and file name. In which file you want to translate something, you want to squeeze, you want to delete characters. Okay, so here specified we have to specify a file name as input. Once you pass this file name as input for this translate, whatever the characters you specified at set 1 and set 2 characters, the set 1 characters will be replaced with set 2 characters. Okay, note down first the options -C, replace non-matching characters. Non-matching characters. -D, delete the matching characters in set 1. Delete the matching characters. In set 1. -S, replace repeated characters. Replace repeated characters listed in the set 1 with single occurrence. Replace repeated characters listed in the set 1 with single occurrence. Okay, now we'll see example. Note down example 1. Convert lowercase letters to uppercase. Example 1. Convert lowercase letters to uppercase. Right. Fine. Okay, so the file contains uppercase and lowercase with some few lines, right? Now you want to convert all uppercases into lower cases. So here we have this one, the three characters are in uppercase and this one also in uppercase. We have uppercase letters, right? How to do that? Set1, we have to specify set1 and set2 options. We'll see that later. Say in set1, here I'm going to specify upper, like instead of this we can use this one also, right? Capital A to Z, set2, small a to Z. Then input file, what is file name? tr.txt. Converted, only it shows at result. So after converting, it won't modify existing file, it won't modify original file, only result will be showed on output screen. So if you want to save this result for future reference, redirect the result into a file. Like we have an output redirection operator, we can redirect this result to a file, tr1.txt. if you specify like this, now shell will print the result into a file. Instead of printing on standard output, now redirect the result to a file, tr1.txt, for future reference. See, now it contains the result, same result, right? Like still we have a same content in original file. It won't modify original file, only it shows the result on output screen. So after converting, so you'll get the result like this, it shows. No, so here I'm not created any, backup. Here created one backup file for future reference. It's not specified. By default, the command will translate the characters uppercase to lowercase. Only the result will be printed on output screen. It won't modify that original file. Okay. So if you want save this information for future reference, just redirect the result to a file. Okay. So if you want to use that, this one upper, like we have to specify between the square brackets. We have to use upper, then again we have to specify lower, like for the same result. Set1 and set2. So lowercase to uppercase, specify now set1 characters as lowercase, all lower cases converted into upper cases, right? Now we have C option. What is C option? Replace non-matching characters. Replace non-matching. So if you specified -C, what it means? Except the set1 characters. So whatever the characters you specified at set1, it won't be replaced with set2. The remaining characters will be replaced with set2. See, examples A. Okay, so we have a DevOps tools, right? Okay, so L, take example L, a character, and specify special character like at the rate, sh2 characters. Except L, the remaining characters will be replaced with at. Let me check. Replaced or not? Even the spaces also. Spaces also replaced with at the rate. This is set 1 character and this is set 2 characters. So C will prevent to replace this with set 2 characters. Except the matching characters. Replace non-matching characters with this one. See, we have only one L in that file and we have another L here. The remaining characters all replaced with this. Just specify E, D also. Let me check. Except these characters E, L, E, D. Remaining characters replaced with this. So if you want to delete spaces, we can delete. We can replace instead of spaces with another character also. So we have a special string regular expression space, right? Square bracket colon space colon square bracket close. Right. Remove this -c space. Sorry. Instead of spaces, I am going to replace with this hash. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so replaced or not? All spaces replaced with at the rate. All spaces replaced with that. Because shell trees, there is a special meaning about the hash. Okay, so if you want to replace with spaces with hash, then use escape character. Without specifying escape character, it shows 2 strings must be given when translating. Some instruction is giving, right? So we have to specify like this. Then only the special character will be printed instead of spaces. Okay. We have a -d option. What is -d? Delete. Delete characters. So how to delete? tr -d. Then set which characters you want to remove. Not words or a specified string. Only characters. A, L, D, E, some specified. Then input file name. tr.txt. Only the characters A, L, D, E removed from the file. Except these characters, if you want to delete, then along with C, use D option.
Even C also will be deleted.
No, not C. If you specify C, what it means? Non-matching characters will be removed. So these are all matching, right? A, L, D, E matching characters. Yeah, case sensitive, right? Remaining characters will be removed. Except this, whatever the characters you specified in set 1, A, L, D, E, except these characters, remaining characters will be removed. If you specified C option. If not specified C option, it removes whatever the characters you specified here. Right? And S option will squeeze repeated characters. It will squeeze. Okay. So this is a translate command and regular expressions and wildcards. So we'll see tomorrow with grep how to use these regular expressions. Yeah, we'll see that. Okay. So we have a grep, find and set commands. These commands are very important. Okay, see how to use these regular expressions and wildcards with these commands. We'll see tomorrow.